Christopher Polvoorde. I have been watching your race career for a very long time. The first time I ever saw you race in person was at Crandon.
Oh, dang. So yeah, you've been around for a little, because it's been a minute since I've been to Crandon. So yeah.
Yeah, I've raced champ short course for a while. Been racing King of the Hammers for, we've talked about it on the podcast, but I think I'm gonna actually have to go back and double check the years, but it's like 8 or 9 years I've been coming to Hammers.
Sweet.
Lots of racing, but anyway, long story short, I've been watching you and watching you come up through the ranks, and now you're racing trophy trucks, dude. Like, that's wild. I got to watch you race on the desert day, and congrats, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy for me. Like, yeah, racing trophy trucks is still, it blows my mind. Like, I see other trophy trucks, I'm like, oh, that's sick, dude. And then I'm like, oh, I guess I drive those too. But I like, it's still, it's one of those things that's hasn't fully wrapped, but I just love it. Yeah, it's been a fun career, and I feel like I'm just getting started is the cool part.
Really? Because how did your career start in racing?
Yeah, so this is my 16th year racing full time. I started when I was 10 years old in trophy carts, in the short course stuff, and no one in my family's ever raced. My parents are from Philadelphia. I grew up in Southern California, so more of a racing thing, but no idea anything. The first couple races were completely out of control. Someone owed my dad money and traded him a trophy cart. My dad didn't even know what it was, thought it was fun. We went and started trying to do it. And in the beginning, I crashed a lot of cars. Had a lot of fun, though. And it was more like, hey, if you do go to school, we'll go play with this thing on the weekend. And we come out to the desert and stuff. And my dad was like into the kind of rock crawling stuff. We've been trying to figure it out. I was at either the first or second King of the Hammers. I was 5 or 6 years old.
No way.
Yeah, 20 years ago. So we've been trying to figure out what year exactly it was, if it was the first or second one. But yeah, so that was it, and then kind of worked my way through the short course, and then switched over to the desert, and now we're here.
Yeah. So is this your home for good? Getting in the trophy trucks, staying in the desert?
Yeah, trophy trucks for me right now is definitely what I'm focusing on. It's what I'm obsessed with. It's what I know I can continue to do. So I'm going to keep doing that. But I'd love to do some more opportunities, learn some more, and kind of just see where it takes me. I mean, I went over to Dakar this year just to spectate. That was really cool. I don't know if that's my next path or what it is, but I'm kind of just feeling everything out, and the trophy truck is what I love right now, though. It's kind of what I'm passionate about.
I can imagine getting behind the wheel of a trophy truck and just letting that thing eat through the whoops is like an experience like no other.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, like what they can do, especially the all-wheel drive, 1,100 horsepower. There's fire breathers, and you kind of become so numb to it, driving them so much. And then, like, yesterday we did a shootout on the lake bed with Red Bull, and we had Mitch Guthrie. And he's like, dude, I've never even been in a trophy truck. I was like, all right, jump in. So we mic'd him up, and we went in, and to see his reaction, fellow racer and stuff, it kind of brought back like some memories of like, oh yeah, these things are just crazy because you become numb to it. But yeah, it was cool. I scared him pretty good.
I bet you did.
He was freaking out.
I bet you did. I have a tough time getting in the passenger seat, So, I mean, I don't know if you're the same way.
Hate it. I've ridden with Mitch a bunch for some Ford demos, and I just sit in the passenger seat, and like, they're like, the video didn't look good. You need to be more excited. I'm like, I was not excited. Like, it's nothing against Mitch. Great. Trust him fully, but I don't like being not in control.
Yeah, not being in control and being in that passenger seat, you like want to brake pedal, and you want to be able to steer on your own. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I do not enjoy it. I rode with Carlos Sainz in South Africa this year, and I mean, everything, I was terrified. I was like, I thought I was gonna cry. I did not enjoy it.
That's so crazy. It's funny how that works, right? I mean, you're not afraid to hop behind the wheel of a 1,100 horsepower, fire-breathing, four-wheel drive trophy truck. Is your truck four-wheel drive?
It is.
Okay,
yeah.
So yeah, four-wheel drive trophy truck, and just bomb through the desert and hit G-outs, and just, you know what it takes, though. Like, that's that comfort. You've got the wheel. You're in control, and you have raced for a very long time, now. And so what you can do and what you can't do, and what the truck can do and can't do.
Yeah.
And it's tough putting that trust in somebody else, even though if they're a seasoned racer, right? You're just like, oh gosh, it makes me get chills a little bit talking about it.
No, it's one of those things, and it's race car drivers. So we're controlling. We want to be in charge. We want it. So yeah, it's a personality that I don't think any of us really have.
Yeah.
Anyone who can switch back and forth, I envy that, because I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, hats off. Who rides with you? Who's your co-driver?
Mike Kim. So he's a Fox Shocks tuner, but yeah, works for Fox full time. And Mike Kim, we've been riding now together, I guess, about 4 years. So he's been awesome. He's really good at keeping me calm, cool, and collected, and then pushing me when I need to.
Gotcha. So as far as the note taking goes in a trophy truck, is that something you guys like do a lot of pre-running?
A ton.
Okay.
A ton. I definitely myself, I probably am one of the top pre-runners as far as like mileage and spending time down there. Just because I do feel like I'm a young guy, so I'm competing with these guys. Like, I mean, Alan's not old, but he's older, and Bryce and these guys, they've been doing it for 15 years in Baja. They know these roads. They've done all this stuff. So for me, yeah, I've spent a lot of time pre-running and really trying to perfect our note taking. We take a ton of notes, usually 4,000 to 7,000 notes. Mike's he's talking pretty much the whole time. We do very rally style. We use like a 1 through 6 system. We've kind of made of our own system a little because off-road's such specific. You know, you watch rally, you learn about their notes and stuff, and I think that's you can learn a lot from it, but there's nothing that you can the off-road terrain's so different that we kind of use our own style. But yeah, Mike's pretty much talking the whole time. He never shuts up.
All right, everybody. I want to give a quick shout out to CT Raceworks. CT Raceworks makes the baddest parts in the industry, including the parts that Kyle Chaney uses to win the 2025 King of the Hammers 4400 race. Now, if you would like to use those same parts, feel free to go over to CT Raceworks and use the Our Day Off discount code, and that will get you a 5% discount on your entire order at any time. So that's Our Day Off discount code upon checkout. Back to the show. He's always chatting in your ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of speeds do you guys carry? I mean, a lot of people that maybe watch this podcast now are race enthusiasts and stuff like that. But you guys are the fastest trucks in off-road.
Yeah.
And I've watched videos. We had Max Gordon on the other day, and I brought up the video of him in that twin engine truck and just bombing the desert. And there's like an in cab of him, and it just looks like it's on time warp. Do you feel that in the truck? I mean, at speed, do you ever feel like it's just like whizzing by, you know? Or are you just focused?
It's a balance, but I mean, definitely if you start to like look around and smell the roses, you're like, holy cow, we are going really fast. But the trucks are so capable now. Like one of my hardest transitions was going from the spec truck to the all-wheel drive trophy truck was the speed. I would go into a corner thinking I was doing 50 miles an hour and I was doing 70 or 90. Like there was sometimes where literally I thought I was doing 50 and I go in at 90 miles an hour.
Holy cow. Just
because you don't realize it. You exit these corners, the cars are so fast, 4-wheel drive, they're digging, and they just squirt out of these corners. So that was a big transition. Like in the beginning, one of the guys taught me, he was like, just keep looking at the GPS speed, keep looking at the GPS speed, every corner before you brake. And you start to do that so the trucks are so capable, they don't feel that fast. But if you really start to look around, it does become a time warp, but you can't, it'll scare you then.
Yeah, you just got to stay focused and stay focused on the objective and actually driving, because that stuff happens so fast. The faster you go, the faster you've got to react.
Yep.
And I'm blown away every time I watch you guys drive.
Yeah, they're fun, and they're so capable, and now like it's crazy the speeds, and it's cheating almost with these things, but they are. I mean, you're still going fast, especially like the all-wheel drives. Once you start going a little over 100, like about 124 is right there, at least in my truck, 124 to like 135-ish, let's just say 140-ish. That's when it starts to feel those things. There's so much rotating. Like the whole truck starts to vibrate and like you just can feel it like pushing the air. Like it just doesn't want to go any faster, but you're just still making it go faster. And you're like, okay, but at 120, casual, like we could be having this conversation depending on what type of terrain you're on. 125, 126, 130, you're like, oh man, this thing might just like fall apart.
Come apart.
Yeah.
Wow. I've seen so many videos of you guys, your fellow racers and stuff.
Yeah.
I know Herps had a pretty bad wreck here during your guys' race day. And we had BJ Baldwin on too, and we kind of touched on it, and we won't go too crazy, but I just want to bring it up again. Your guys' trucks are built like tanks.
Yeah.
You guys can take hits and rolls and get out and be okay. Have you ever had any big crashes?
Yeah, I've had a lot of big crashes. Fortunately, not too much in the trophy truck. Short course days, I can't count how many cars I've crashed. But yeah, I've had some real big hits in the trophy truck, and they're bulletproof till they aren't. They take hard hits, but usually the cabs and everything do stay safe. But I've been fortunate enough. But I mean, Baja 500 this year, I went 3 corners in after qualifying first and ripped the whole right front off the thing. So they're not that you feel like you're invincible, but reality checks you every once in a while.
Yeah, the train will remind you who's boss.
Yeah.
Every now and again.
Especially out here, King of the Hammers. I mean, there's so many gotchas, and
Yeah.
this train's hard to read with the color of the desert. I mean, you can really get you.
Yeah, I can get you. So during your race here at King of the Hammers, how'd all that go?
It was good. We had a pretty smooth day. We were battling with RJ Anderson. He was putting on a good run, and then he had some issues. So then we went into kind of maintain mode, but the dust was really bad. We started lapping a lot of guys. The dust was gnarly. We were struggling, and the course got some big holes on it. We had a couple when we were pushing through the dust, not any crazy speeds. And me and Mike both got the wind knocked out of us in some of those ruts that you just couldn't. They weren't there the lap before, and then now we're in the dust, and it literally, one going out towards the lake bed, both of us were like coughing. So
good hit.
Yeah, it was good. We were like, oh
yeah,
don't do that again.
I've had to experience going backwards on your guys' track because desert race goes one direction and then they'll flip it and go the other way for the rock race guys.
Yeah.
And I'm a rock race guy, so we're going backwards on your course usually. And you guys create some sharp edges, dude. The back sides of those whoops when we're going out like lap 1, oh my goodness, I was like, this is brutal. It's almost like hitting rocks.
No,
it's just sand.
It's just curbs.
Yeah,
like it feels like you're hitting curbs. That fifth lap. I remember I came in on the fourth lap, the end of the fourth lap, and I had a decent lead at that point, and you're just like, can we just like call it right now? Like, nothing against, like, I'll sit in the truck for another hour. I just don't want to like just
yeah, I don't want to keep going.
And I can't imagine. We're doing it with 40s. We're cheating. So the big tires, big suspension. That's what
4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
The
4-wheel drive, I will say, makes it rougher in those curbs.
Really?
My spec truck here, or the T2 when I ran it here, was like that last couple laps, that thing excelled. That's what I reminded our guys when because there was a couple T2s making a heater like Ray Griffith and stuff. I was like, you guys got to watch them because they'll probably be faster than me this last lap because they're going to charge it because that lighter front end just pops where we have so much mass, floating mass that when we hit those things, it's like,
yeah. So those 2-wheel drive trucks just kind of float on top a little bit.
Yeah, we dig into them like more of that curb hit.
Wild. Well, off camera before we started, we were chatting a little bit, and you just had something real in your life come through, and it's really cool. And you're a Red Bull driver now.
Yeah. Literally, like I think it's less than 10 days, so it's been wild. It's been dream come true. It's been really cool. It's the first 10 days have been better than I could expect it, so it's exciting.
Well, congratulations, my friend. That's really, really cool.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you. You've put in the work. You've had I feel like a long career, but you're super young and you're just starting, right? And you got a long way to go. The technology's getting crazy in these trucks and in the cars, whatever you're driving, So I only expect you to get better and faster. And you've been winning a lot. You've been putting in the work and making a charge. Making a name for yourself. That's why Red Bull's on your hat right now.
Yeah, no, we've been trying. I appreciate that. We've been trying and putting in the work, and it's exciting. I'm at this point where I have the opportunity. I feel like I got to take full advantage of it. So this is what I wake up every day, and I'm just obsessed with. I'm very obsessive. I don't realize it, but I start, like, if I try to get a girlfriend or something, they're just like, do you ever not like care about something racing or like your business? And I'm just like, no. It's what I wake up, I go to bed, trophy trucks, and going faster and making the sport better.
Yeah, right on. Speaking of making the sport better, I commend you on that. We've talked a lot about that this week with pretty much every driver in some way, shape, or form. I think the general consensus is we want to make this sport better and we want this sport to continue, the sport of off-road. Because it's amazing. The family aspect of it is amazing. I know I'll speak for myself, and you can come up, you can talk on it as well, but I could never leave this sport at all because it's my family. Like everyone here, I love everyone. I look forward to this race every year, even though every time I get here, I'm like, why am I here?
Yeah, you're like, this is the longest week ever. But yeah, for me especially, I grew up racing in a racing community. Literally all my best friends are some of my biggest competitors, and now it's at a really cool point. We're all in different worlds, so you can cheer them on.
That's cool.
Like I grew up racing Brock Hager. I grew up racing Ronnie Anderson, RJ Anderson. Me and RJ raced this weekend, but it's fun to, like, those are my best friends, and I get to like come and cheer them on as a fan. But then they're also hanging in the pits and stuff. And that part I could never walk away. I couldn't imagine life without it. And it's now moving to Utah, I just moved to Utah 3 years ago, not living in a, I grew up in Southern California, which is off-road everything. I realized how much like I value those people and everything. I miss it.
Right, right. Yeah, that's really, really awesome. I'm glad you were able to come on today. I won't keep too much of your time, but an absolute pleasure to finally talk with you at a personal level and get on the podcast here. It's been really cool. It's been really
I
cool.
appreciate you doing this. Is cool. I love to see this. I love seeing media. I love seeing anything to push this sport better. Like you said, we all need to work together, unify this sport, make it better. It's the coolest sport in the world when it comes to family, the rawest racing, the coolest racing. And it's sad the whole world doesn't get to see it.
Yeah, well, King of the Hammers is doing a really good job with the production. Like, this is a top-notch production. This is 20 years of King of the Hammers, and this is probably one of the only places, I'm sure there's more, but one of the only places that where you can see in-cab live footage of race cars all day long.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no, there's a lot, and not to side tangent, but yeah, I've been working on this app to make tracking and racing better, and it's as we start to roll that out, I think these next couple of years are going to be insane working with King of the Hammers and some of these other events, because the technology is there now to really bring people on board and just enjoy this sport.
Yeah, that's always been a little bit of a barrier to entry. Is the sport is so great and all of us racers know it because we're out there racing it, but we've never been able to give it to the people. You can watch short course from a seat on the hillside at Crandon. You know, you can see the entire track. Here, you see the start and you guys are gone for hours.
Yeah.
And then you come back. So it's like, how do you watch that?
And we come back and we tell these stories, and it was only between me and Mike. No one else saw that. The GoPro probably wasn't running. We're now, the Ball 1000, not to go back to that, but everyone, my live stream, you could hear me and Mike the whole time.
That's so cool.
And it had my heart rate and had it all. And it was cool. Like, I got out and so many people already knew our story because they had been tuning in all day. They're like, I became obsessed because you and Mike were talking. And me and Mike, I'm a pretty open person. I forget I'm on the air. I was saying stuff like, just saying stuff, not that's bad stuff, but stuff I shouldn't be saying to the whole world when there was 22,000 people on the stream when I got out.
Whoa, dude,
so I was like,
awesome.
My phone was blowing up because I was kidding. We had like a 30 or 40 minute speed zone at the end before Bryce got in. And so me and Mike were just bullshitting. We'd been driving for 8 hours, and then we got out, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what did we just say to the world?
We were live.
What did we say to the world? What did we say to the world?" But it's cool. That's where I'm so excited. Like, I'm a young point in my career, and this sport's only gonna get better.
Right, and you kind of are hitting a chord with people because everyone wants authenticity. So they can see you, they hear you guys bullshitting in the car. That's what people want. Like, I understand there's some times where you shouldn't say this or that, and like for sponsors and stuff like that, totally understand that. But at the end of the day, when you're in the race truck, you should be able to just be yourself.
100%.
So it's really cool that you're doing that. Really awesome. What's the name of this stuff? Have you named it yet?
Well, that's all on my personal stuff, but yeah, we're working on the app's called Racing Redefined, but we're kind of starting to rebrand it. It's called Pro Desert Racers. It's a group of all the trophy truck guys. We're working together, kind of creating like a single media point. So if you do want to watch the T1s or the trophy trucks down in Baja or whatever you want, that elite class, unlimited class, it's a one-stop shop. I feel like it's so hard sometimes, there's so much media now too. It's hard to sift through it. So I wanted to create it one spot, whether it's the app or our social media, where you can just go, hey, I'm at work, but the, King of the Hammers is happening right now. Well, oh, okay, yeah, Bryce is in first, and like see the action all in one spot. So Pro Desert Racers is what it's going to be going forward, and it's really, really exciting. Like, I wish I could share more about some of the stuff we're working on, but it's going to be sick. It will change like this event forever.
I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it. Well, congrats on everything you got going on. Congrats on the Red Bull contract. That's super, super cool. And I hope you have an excellent future in racing. I know you will. So, and hopefully we can come back on again and chat some more.
Yeah,
at a later date
to
find out more.
Let's do it again. I love chatting, and
cool.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Well, thanks, Chris Polvoorde, everybody. Thanks for watching. This is the Our Day Off podcast here at King of the Hammers, and we'll see you guys later.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.